Hello, my name is Shai Cohen. Most of you already know me, but for those who don't, I teach the online calculus course here at U of T Engineering. I'm here to introduce you to the choices that you have during this summer between MAT187 and APS163. MAT187 is the regular Calculus 2. It will be taught on campus, live, couple of classes a week. Everything is done in about 6 or 7 weeks, and then you take the exam over here. APS163 is done online. It's calculus for engineers, so there are some differences, but having a credit in one is equivalent to having a credit in the other. So you can take whichever one you want. The advantages for APS163 is that you can take it from anywhere in the world where you have access to the internet. Specifically where you have access to YouTube and to Portal. We have to use Portal in order to get everything to you. All of our videos are on YouTube. So if you come from a country where YouTube is not allowed, then you will have a lot of difficulties with the course. But for anyone else, you can take the course online. You can write the exam in whatever country you might be in. I actually have to come up with 3 different versions of the exam, and last year we had the exam take place over 18 hours where people were being tortured by calculus the world over. It was a wonderful feeling. And you do everything from your home. You will have a few assignments. You scan them or take pictures of them, send them in. Everything gets marked that way. So I just want to give you a couple of minutes about why you might want one course versus the other, and then you are free to make your choice and let the first year office know about what you would prefer to do. So first of all, what is it that is required of you in APS 163? We're going to have a number of assignments. First of all, there will be weekly assignments, which means that there will be probably 6 of them. The weekly assignments are a little bit different from what you would get in regular Calculus 2. This is Calculus for engineers. We're going to ask you some things that are going to involve a little bit of engineering. Not a huge amount, but perhaps some applications into Civ 100 or applications into one of your other courses. We're definitely going to play around with the course a little bit. But having said that, you're still going to have an entire week to do your questions. It should be done in a fairly straightforward way. Most people do quite well on the assignments. The assignments are written. When you're done with them, you take a picture or scan it, whatever you prefer, and you send it to us directly. We then mark them as PDFs and give you the commentary. Other than this, we have a little bit of web work, which is capitalized in the most unimaginable way. Webbook assignments you're used to from your courses during the first year. It's just online questions, not a huge number of them, just enough to give you an incentive to do your work, to stay on top of the material, and to give you a bridge between the textbook and the questions that we have for the weekly assignments. The next thing, a very small part of the course, are presentations. Twice during the semester, we will ask you to take a question from the textbook and do a video presentation of it. You simply write out your solution and explain it to the camera and send that in. Actually, you post it probably on YouTube. It doesn't have to be listed. You just send us the URL and we will mark it. It's fairly straightforward, but it allows you to practice the ability to actually explain mathematics to others. The next bit is the big one. This is the main difference in terms of content between APS 163 and MAT187. And that is the modeling project. This is an actual essay. What you do is you pick some question in the real world that you want to answer. You make up your own thing and you try to answer it mathematically the best that you can. We have had some very creative things. We have had students who have demonstrated how heavy the red bird is in the Angry Birds game. Another student had found out just how much force is in the Force. How much force is Yoda using when he's lifting up the X-Wing out of the bog? How much is the Emperor using when he shoots lightning out of his fingers? We've had a whole bunch of other very interesting ideas that people have come up with. It's a very fun project. It's not marked too strictly, but it is something that can actually take up a lot of your time if you find it too interesting. But it is something that allows you to take calculus and go beyond using it as just a set of tools into using it as something that allows you to think about engineering. Finally, there's an exam. There has to be an exam, of course. The exam is worth 50 or 60% of the final course mark. I never remember how much it is. And the advantage to 163, as we've said before, is that you can take the exam anywhere in the world. If you're interested in this option, you need to get in touch with the first year office right away and figure this out with them. They will let you know what the process is. I have nothing to do with it. But we have had people write in other universities. We've had them write exams in consulates and various other ways to figure out what to do. All right? But this is definitely an option. Now, in terms of whether or not you are interested in this course, whether or not an online course is the thing for you, you have to consider how you study and what it is that you like as a student. To do an online course, you have to be very self-motivated. If you cannot bring yourself to watch these videos on your own, then you definitely want to take the live course. Right now, we are less than 7 minutes into this video, and you've already thought about clicking that tab that says Netflix about 3 times. If you do go to it, I recommend Sense8. I hear it's a brilliant show. Now, there's also the advantage in the live course that you have a professor right there. You can talk to whoever is teaching the course. They will have office hours that you can go to. For us in the online course, I will hold office hours regularly, but if you're not in this country, that's not going to help you very much. Most of our communication will be through Piazza. And Piazza is not an ideal way to transfer information from one person to another, especially about mathematics. If you're interested, if that's still sufficient, then it could be that 163 is for you. You definitely will have the advantage of writing it from wherever you call home, wherever that might be, and that is something that a lot of people would prefer. This model project for a lot of people is a make or break. There are those who really like the idea and they take the course specifically for it. There are others for whom this is the kind of thing that they avoid. Those are the main differences between the two calculus courses. Figure out which is the option that's best for you. Feel free to email me at shai.cohen@ecf.toronto.edu. Or if you have an administrative question, then email the first year office and ask them what it is that you should do in terms of the summer. Whatever the option is, we hope that you'll manage to get through Calculus 2 and that we will see you in the fall.